Hey Cryptians, this is Don Kryptonium. Today video, truly fascinating, truly groundbreaking. Today we are going to discuss the opportunities on Solana blockchain technology and how to farm wash trading. How to use different protocols on Solana such as Raydium, Orca or Meteora, trying to build the positions into LP, into this thin liquidity of Solana shitcoins and hoping for the best. You know, this is Don Kryptonium, and this video absolutely has to be loved, liked, and shared possibly. So you see, I planned to make a tutorial today. Make a tutorial about how to build liquidity positions on some new protocols on Solana, Meteora, you know, some older protocols like Raydium and so on, and possibly do not get wrecked. But they discovered this token, DJT, standing for Donald J. Trump. There is some controversy around that, and I thought I will show this on the example of this coin. Because what I noticed, this coin is beautifully wash traded. It's beautifully wash traded into downward, so it might not be a great idea. But I think it's pretty cool to actually do it on this example. Because what I discovered with this coin that has market cap over $100 million, that, for example, on the main pool, I believe this is the main pool, on the Orca, on 65,000 of liquidity, it has 8.5 million volume in the last 24 hours, and that's likely a full range. So this is the main pool with the fee of 60.65%, and the fees in 24 hours on that pool are close to 100%. It's 76%, you know, on that pool. It went down, but even though you quite likely still could be up because of those fees, okay? We have another pool with 1% here, and this is even more interesting because there is only $380 in that liquidity, but the fees are 3 times compared to that liquidity. I never seen something like that. Someone using really powerful wash trading software here, okay? The weirdest thing I saw when I go to liquidity on Raydium, and it's either mistake or it's either, so the Raydium liquidity has 50,000 in that pool, and the volume of $350 million, and the fees of $3.5 million on that liquidity. I never seen something like that. And thirdly, I'm checking also Meteora, which is like more liquidity. On Meteora is over 100 here. I see 99k over here. So Meteora works a little bit different way. You can build like limit orders, right? Like multiple limit orders in one way and multiple limit orders in other way with different spread. It's pretty much the same, like concentrated liquidity. You know, it's just like rephrasing that. Oh, this is novel. It's pretty much the same. But we are going to check that, right? So if I go to not dynamic pools, sorry, I need to make it smaller. And this DLWM, this novel technology, which is pretty similar to concentrated liquidity. And we have some pools. So the main pool on that is 100k, and it did over a million volume. Okay, so you can see the fees was 20%. This another one with 2% generated more of the fees. I think this one not as much because probably got out of range. But this two over here, this one with 2% got 50% because it's wider spread, right? So this is pretty interesting. I'm going to test it. Okay, I'm going to test them all. So what we are going to do, we are going to start with Raydium, Orca. I don't have much, I have only 6 SOL, so let's assume I'm only deployed the 6 SOL to test it, okay? I'm doing some of the farming on other coins, so this is like the tutorial. If you have high volume coins, ideally, if they move sideways, Solana has great opportunity because of those really high volumes, you know? Thin liquidity, high volumes, relatively stable price. That's the key. Okay, let me ensure I copied that. Let me do, I want to see if I can deposit to this pool, because it has such a tiny liquidity. I actually might not be able, so let me do a swap via Jupiter first. So the same company that did Meteora did Jupiter. And if I do one sol, you can actually see the liquidity is so thin, because the slippage, if you go with higher than so you can actually see it on the deck screener. There's constant trading, but the orders are very small. You cannot make big order because that liquidity. So this is the like wash trading, just small orders. So these are the fake trades, and some of these trades maybe attract some others that trade in. So whoever started that, probably the main purpose was to get the fees. Okay, that would be my assumption. Man, I hate the connections. I always have to refresh the page to connect to the to anything on Solana. Oh, let's see. So I want to see that goes via Orca, so that's the main one. Why I'm not showing like price info, so not that much of the slippage. But if I go with 10 sol, which I don't have, I already get like 2% slippage. So let me get some of this magic DJT, right? Preparing the swap. Why it's so slow? Okay. So I got some, and the first pool I'm going to do, I'm going to actually try to do this one. I'm not sure if I can, right? So we are going to try this once the swap is in. We are going to do Raydium, and we are going to do Meteora. So I didn't swap, yeah? Man, it's really hard to swap this coin because of that super thick liquidity. Let's try less. Let's try less. It's fine. Even one sold order didn't go through because of the and I got like 0.7 price impact here. Is it because like someone so many bots? Dude, we're fighting against bots. But anyway, let's see if I can do the maximum here. I cannot do. Am I retarded? Let's go here. And it seems I will be able to add it in the correct ratio. So on this pool, I'm going to add some. Maybe I will add even more after, and we'll see how many fees I'm going to do. Okay, because this pool was like most attractive. Let's do more. Let's do more swaps, and I'm gonna do Raydium and the others. Sorry that I'm doing these small swaps. I could probably like increase the slippage and so on, but I already have like max slippage of 3%, and if that's getting reached, I'm kind of gonna get wrecked. So let's wait a little bit. So Raydium, I'm going to actually deposit into this one. So is it also 50-50? No, this is the price range. Okay, so this is very tight range, and estimated APR is much less than it was showing me. So I don't think it was accurate. I'm going to do something simple, like 100% negative 50. So that will be pretty equal in deposit ratio. Okay. Unfortunately, the one problem with Solana, you don't really have the good vaults that allow you to design your liquidity. So this is really shitty when it comes to Solana. Like you have all of these protocols trying to be like innovative, but like they're not as great. They're not as great. So let's do more. Should I do one? No, like I'm not letting the bots. Let's swap more. And maybe one. So like I'm doing this very tiny liquidity. So this mainly about the Meteora, I think. I'm going to add the position here after, but like Meteora is troublesome, you know, like with Meteora, what I did, once I tried to create, because you can actually create your own, can we do it since the start? Like, I'm gonna show you since the start, maybe. If you create a pool, right, and you select one token, like, so in this one, it would be DJT, then it would be Solana, and you select the base fee, right? So I can do 2, and I can go do 200. And as you can see, it shows me it's already created. The problem is, I once went to such pool, and when I tried to build position, I couldn't build a 50-50 position, and I actually got wrecked. Not sure if I did something wrong, but anyway. So how does it work? It's this. I should go back. Actually, I didn't explain to you everything. Let's go again. So if you create a pool, so the base fee is naturally understandable, and the bean step is essentially your range. So in this case, if I had the DJT and this one, so if we select this, so this is essentially the spread. So 100 will be tighter spread, and this is like and then it's like 69 orders, right? Like that. It's per app 34 one way, 34 this way. Is it correctly? Not sure. And if you go to 400, the orders are like further apart. So that's the reason. Okay. So I think this is like pretty reasonable spread, and I'm gonna try to do position here. Didn't swap. Seems we didn't swap, so I'm gonna try to again with like almost 1% slippage. Thank you, wash trading. It's confirmed now, and I'm gonna do max, and it's not necessarily 50-50. Can you see that? But anyway, I'm gonna add liquidity here, and the one problem of Meteora here is, it's big issue, because when I'm creating these positions, so when you add positions, right, it charges you this one, 0.5. So that's like $7 position right now to open this like $150 position. But what? Hey, I'm Don Kryptonium. I can afford this. So let's add liquidity. I'm not going. Should I do more? You know what? You know what? You know what? If I'm already building that position, you know what? Let's go hard, guys. Maybe not, because I need to see where it squeezed the best fees. So no, sorry, I wanted to go hard, but not this time. I'm going to add liquidity. So I added to 3 different positions, and in like 12 hours or something, I can compare where I did the best. And you see, this is essentially the orders. So this is the orders, you know, this is the limit order spread. And the thing about Meteora, it allows, I choose the spot one. And this is how the liquidity is distributed, right? So if that goes down, there's not much liquidity, I'm gonna get more fees. If it goes higher, I'm gonna get less fees. So the first one is like concentrated liquidity. This is like the curve, and this says it's good for the like stable swaps. I don't think it's good for like the, to be honest, like stable pairs like US dollar, because then you want to do spot and you want to go to Raydium and do like super tight, because then when you get fees with that spread, you're not getting much, you know. So, but what it would be useful for example, this curve, if you do like in this case, Solana stablecoin, then it's maybe okay, you know. But then you don't want to have just this position, but what you want to do 2 positions. And I think Meteora is interesting in that way, that you open like curve position and back it up with spot position. Okay, so you do 50% of your position in curve for more stable pair, and then you do this one, which is the spot position under. So that's how you maximize. This bid ask is like the for DCA, if you think it's like, I mean like does it make sense to mix it with something? It probably also makes sense to mix it with spot. You know, if you have like very volatile pair, that would make sense, I think, to like if I would do for this DJT Solana, curve doesn't make sense, but in the widespread spot and bid ask maybe would make sense. Okay, let's see if we're making some fees. That's not what I want to see. At the volume already dead. I need to come later and give you up that. I think just because it doesn't hit the range yet. Yeah. Why I'm not harvest? Oh, okay. I need to get smaller, and I got to see where is my portfolio, dude. Okay, here. So this is still no pending yield. We are going to see, and on Meteora, I guess it's also no fees yet. So this is how we do. Maybe some update later. Maybe in the first comment when I do the video, we'll see if we get the fees, or we were hoping for a little too much. But anyway, this is how you build positions on Solana. This is how you farm it, and with that, the wisest founder of the blockchain technology is out. Don Kryptonium's out. Till the next time.